There were a group of companions of Rasulillahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam who were on a trip, and they came upon a group of Arabs in the desert, and they requested from those Arabs to give them some hospitality, since they were in the middle of the desert and they were kind of like wayfarers. Because those Arabs weren't Muslims and they had enmity towards the Muslims, they refused to give them any hospitality. So the companions, under the emirship of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anhu, they continued their trip. Allah Ta'ala caused the leader of those people who refused the hospitality to the companions to be stung by a scorpion or bit by a poisonous snake. He was dying from the poison. So the people said amongst themselves, why don't you go and ask those people who came from Medina, radiyallahu anhum, do they have any local medicines that we can give to the leader? So they went to the companions and they asked them, do they have anything? The companions in this situation, they had the upper hand. They could have made it personal. They could have said to the people, no, you remember what you did? You guys refused us hospitality, so we're not doing anything for you. But that wasn't the way of the companions, and that's not the way of the Muslims. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said, yes, I have something I can perform on him, but before I do this, I want you people to agree to give us something in return. Give us 30 sheep, a sheep for each man in our group. Those people agreed. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri went back and he read over the man Surah al-Fatiha. This is in Sahih al-Bukhari, in the chapter of the virtues of the Quran, Surah al-Fatiha. He read over the man 7 times, Surah al-Fatiha. After the 7th time, he spit on the man. Because after the person reads Surah al-Fatiha or any aspect of the Quran, the spittle that comes out of his mouth after that has barakah on it. The man stood up and started walking around as if he was okay. So the kuffar gave them the camels. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said, no, we have to go see if this was okay. We have to ask Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When they got to Medina, they told him the story. Rasulullah said to Abu Sa'id al-Khudri sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ أَنَّهَا رُقْيَةٌ. How did you know, Abu Sa'id, that Surah al-Fatiha was a ruqyah? How did you know that Surah al-Fatiha is a surah that if the woman is experiencing the pains that she get at the beginning of each month, she can just read Surah al-Fatiha on herself? The person who's suffering from some type of sickness or disease, before spending money to go to the doctor here or there, he uses the Quran. But because of the weak iman, we don't think about that. We think about the monetary ways of curing ourselves. And Allah has mentioned in the Quran, وَنُنَزِّرُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We have revealed in the Quran that which is a shifa and a rahmah to the believers. It will take away, wallahi, some of the more serious diseases that people are dealing with. But you have to have iman. So, Surah al-Fatiha is, without doubt, the greatest surah of the Quran.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Allah, mighty and sublime be He, has said, I have divided prayer between myself and my servant into 2 halves, and my servant shall have what he has asked for. When the servant says, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Allah, mighty and sublime be He, says, my servant has praised me. And when he says, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Allah, mighty and sublime be He, says, my servant has extolled me. And when he says, Malik Yawmiddin, Allah says, my servant has glorified me. And on one occasion he said, my servant has submitted to my power. And when he says, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, he says, this is between me and my servant shall have what he has asked for. And when he says, اهْدِنَا الصِّرَاطَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, he says, This is for my servant, and my servant shall have what he has asked for.